Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where I'm learning to live creatively in a small space so I can travel the world, experience all that I can, and pursue my hobbies. Today, we are doing a super exciting DIY. We're doing a coffee and tea bar, which I usually do in my apartments. I just like a home for them. I just think it's nice to have that kind of space because it's meditative and it's kind of ritualistic, which is good for me. Also, I have a really tiny kitchen and I'm trying to take all the coffee and tea stuff out of the kitchen to make more space for like pantry stuff and all that. I'm also gonna put some counter space out here as well, so if I have a second person helping me, it is not super tight in my kitchen. Also, I see that my dead plant is in the frame. You can see her sad leaf right here. That's sad. I think I put her in a bad spot. Anyway, let's get on with our tea stuff. Okay, so this is what we have to work with. As you can see, it's kind of like an extension to my kitchen. In addition to that, my front door is actually in my kitchen. So it kind of works as an entryway space as well. So I wanted it to be kind of multifunctional, and I really like to cover any available like countertop with plants and knickknacks and floofs. And I'm trying to make things a little bit more organized and functional. So I'm sorry, Floof, you've got to go. The first thing that I need to do is put up some shelving. You'll notice it's a little bit darker in this shot, and that's because I had some help. The house is kind of old, so the wall in and of itself is uneven, so the top part of the bracket would be fine and the bottom would be kind of wiggly. So I needed to adjust it to get it just so. But we did get it, and they look pretty even to me, which I'm happy about. I was like, what's going on? I don't understand. Who knew putting up shelves was such a hassle? We finally got them up. We did have to use this really strong double-sided tape to put the bracket to the shelving top, but it works fine. And yeah, the next thing that I need to do is add some counter space. This is the Breville extra large cutting board. There is heat-proof feet on there, which is great because the Breville gets super hot. So that'll be good to protect the wood from getting burnt. The other thing that I want to add is this lovely marble pastry board. I ordered it off of Amazon and it fits perfect. It also weighs 1,000,000 pounds. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but it's very heavy. It keeps a cooler temperature, so it's great for rolling out doughs and pastry. It's also great for floof proofing because floof doesn't want to sit on a cold surface, so that'll be good for that as well. The big purchase for this project was definitely this electric Stag kettle, and I already had this Nespresso Initia machine that works really great for when I really need a boost of coffee. I knew I loved this machine already, so I was very curious about using my new Stag kettle. It works so well. It heats the water up very quickly. It has a hold feature, so it'll hold the water at a certain temperature for you for an hour, and then it'll automatically turn off. Speaking of which, you can choose your temp, which is great for choosing for different teas. Different teas will take a different temp and for a different period of time, so that's great. The hardest part of this was probably wiring. I mean, the shelves were hard, but the wiring was really tricky. Originally, I really liked the teapot on the left-hand side, but it was just not possible with the way that the cords were. I also wanted to streamline it and make it really neat and tidy. So I used this wire hider, I guess, to do so. It was a little tricky to get just so, but we got it. And I made sure to paint it the color of the wall as well to hide it even further and make it even neater. Now that all the tricky stuff is done, we're on to the fun stuff. This is just a cheap set of espresso cups from Amazon. I broke the plates, so 2 plates it is. I also have some really beautiful ceramics. I love the ergonomics of these. They're from Etsy, from an artist named Uma from Spain. They are so beautiful. And it came with this adorable little owl ceramic, which I guess is her iconography, which super cute, and I just really love these mugs, and it gives me a lot of joy to use them in the morning. Since I prefer to use loose leaf tea, I can't forget to add the tea strainers. Next, I'm putting up this super adorable print from Society 6 directly in the center between the two shelves. I found these awesome airtight containers on Amazon. I really like the shape and the clarity of them. They're perfect for the tea. Additionally, I'm using this dynamo labeler just for a kind of vintage look as well, and so that I know what tea I'm getting myself into. A friend gifted me this Swedish cookbook that's all based around sweets to have with your coffee. And since I traveled to Sweden a lot when I was small to visit my stepdad's family, all these recipes are very nostalgic to me. I highly recommend you looking into dream cookies as well as chocolate balls. They are amazing desserts to have with your coffee. My interest in tea flavors always kind of changes. Right now I have a lot of black teas because I just came back from Scotland with my dad. So I have an Earl Grey, an English breakfast, and a chai, as well as a chamomile lavender to put me to sleep. I don't drink a ton of coffee, but when I do, I really like espresso with a little bit of frothed milk. So I'm actually going to put this in the back since I don't need it to have it quite so often. I love good honey, so I have a couple of different types. I have clover, orange blossom, and mimosa. I'm also adding this raw comb honey when I need something extra sweet on a rainy day. My wooden spoon here is to scoop my tea. Finding raw sugar in a cube form is kind of difficult, but fortunately for me, I have a tea shop that has a beautifully labeled one. This space not only functions as a tea corner, but also as a baking area. So I do have that marble slab for me to use for pies and all of that. And in addition to that, I have a mitt and a pot holder. Finally, I'm going to add this little hook on the side since it's also acting as an entryway. I absolutely love the way that my little tea corner turned out. It is super functional. I can put my bag down, drop my shoes off in the corner, and then I can bake a pie if I wanted or have some tea. It just feels very productive and creative and inspires me to start my day in a positive way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in these types of videos, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.